Let's go. Let's do it.
Was a middle ground. Purchases goes.
Fat influencer, I'm thinking like an unhealthy standard being set. I just can't get behind being complacent.
Well, I want to say that it doesn't mean complacency.
My name's Timothea, and fitness has been a huge part of my life.
I sat through all that for fucking Jubilee. NTY, bye-bye. Okay, here you go, bucko. Suck my fucking cock, dumbass.
And I love to share what I know about it. Overall, it's just a way of life.
My name is Tyler. I'm a fat influencer, and on my platform, I like to spread body positivity, mental health awareness.
Can't believe they didn't want to get Stavros for this.
And fashion, looking good while fat.
So when I think of the word fat influencers, I think of influencers who are either promoting others to be fat in the same sense that fitness influencers promote fitness.
I don't like people that obsess over being fat, just like I don't like people that obsess over fitness. I'm in my own fitness journey and a lot of people like it because I'm not the stereotypical dude.
The misconception that the opposite.
Wait, what? What was that?
Capital.
He's like a fit influencer, but he's like fat right now, but he's like on a journey to being fit. Is that what he... Like he's losing weight?
The side has of me is that I have some agenda to keep people fat, to promote obesity, to tell anybody anything about their size.
Step forward if you agree. I promote healthy standards as an influencer.
Bro, you couldn't find one more fucking fat influencer? What is this? That's kind of fucked up. Like, are you guys making a joke? Like, here, two will suffice? Like, that's what you... Okay, Jubilee, like... It's fucked up, dude.
I think we need to discuss what healthy means first, because healthy means many different things. So, like, what does health mean to you guys?
For me, I don't focus on diet and weight loss as a tool for health and how I communicate that. I focus on movement and finding movement that works for you, that feels good and is sustainable in your body. Because ultimately, I think everybody would agree, movement is healthy, exercise is healthy. In the fitness world, and I myself am a yoga instructor, so I kind of straddle both sides. I think there's an overemphasis on physicality and diet and exercise.
Personally, you know, I'm a fat guy, and I've been tired of being a fat guy. And I've actually been told that my approach to it is a little bit extreme.
Fatphobic, dude.
So, you know, I'll do like 24-hour fasts, I'll do intermediate fasting, liquid diets, things like that. Some people say it's an unhealthy habit. They say like I got an eating disorder, but at the same time, I am seeing results. I do feel like I can run faster, jump higher, walk longer. I kind of feel like when I hear the term fat influencer, I'm thinking like an unhealthy standard being set. You know, I just can't get behind being complacent.
Well, I want to say that it doesn't mean complacency, right?
My mind said intermittent correctly and then switched it off to intermediate.
So a little bit about me is that I was a 3-sport athlete almost my entire life, went to college and played a sport. And then I decided, I've always been, you know, a big person, and I was able to manipulate my weight because I also wrestled. So I would bulk up for football season, lose for wrestling, and rinse and repeat. Because of that though, now my approach is really just about making sure that you take care of your total self. So your mind and your body, and also just making sure that you check in with, you know, medical professionals. I work in healthcare, and so I don't tend.
Virtual signaling Andy. How fat is all your family? Your family all have gastric bands. Yeah. Uh-huh. So? Like what? I don't understand. Like what is that? Like a own? What a fucking idiot, dude. I'm so confused. Please explain yourself real quick. How bad do you hate white people? Hussein? Oh my fucking God. What an absolutely pathetic person, dude. Go ahead, man. Give us, you got the room. Please explain to us. Please explain to us what's wrong with that, or what you think my point of view is on this issue. They do. They do have they have gotten, my brother and my dad both have gotten gastric bypass surgeries. So what's up? Cry? Aw, that's so sad. You couldn't even come up with anything better than that, dude. Like, really, dude? You get the fucking podium for a second, which is like the only time that anyone will ever fucking recognize you for the rest of your life because you're such a sad and pathetic fucking sad and pathetic loser that will literally never ever ever for the rest of their life like have a genuine human connection. Your parents already fucking hate you if they're still alive. You're so miserable that you have to like fucking create sock accounts, and the one time you get a fucking fraction of the attention that you desperately wanted, you literally turn around and just go cry, smile. That's so fucking sad. That's so sad. Like, I gave you an opportunity to just like really rip into it. You know what I mean? Just like really fucking just let it out. Even the other fucking hate accounts right now watching you are like, you blew it, brother. You fucking blew it. You had a moment and you fucking literally blew it. You had a moment you could have fucking really just like come across like a real fucking troll. You know what I mean? Real good. Embarrassing, dude. Embarrassing. Even the other fucking incel losers that are watching right now, desperate to have that same kind of fucking crumb of relevance, even they're like, fuck, dude, you fucking failed. See you on the next sock account. But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe this will be a wake-up moment for you, so you won't be doing that no more.
And to take advice from people who are not medical professionals.
And I would just like to speak up. Like, we're all different. Yeah, there are fat influencers out there that have unhealthy lifestyles that share it, but that's their lifestyle. There are fat influencers that are motivational, that are trying to lose weight. There are fat influencers out there that just are existing in this world and trying to make it accommodating to themselves and people that look like them. So there are so many fat people in this world, and to like label them all a certain way or to put them in a category where they have to perform to make you feel comfortable is disingenuous. It's not good.
Well, that's what kind of upset me. That's why I started my journey at the end of the day, was because, you know, I was depressed. I lost my job in the midst of COVID, and I'm unhappy with who I am. And then I see someone on social media that's like, it's okay to be who you are. And I was like, you're telling me that the way I feel is okay, but at the end of the day, I hate how I feel. And so it was kind of out of protest that I started this journey. And I'm damn glad I did. At the end of the day, you're doing a disservice to the people around you that care about you, whether it be close, relatives, society, etc. And to see someone use a platform like that as a fellow fat kid my entire life, it just pissed me off.
I hear what you're saying, and it's valid. I've been fat my entire life. I was a fat kid, fat teenager, fat adult, just fat. And that is not my story. And I see that played out over and over and over again in the world, in art, in TV, in movies, like the sad fat trope, nobody's gonna want you, and that plays into the way we treat fat people, but that is not everybody's story. So to, like, I hear that you were sad, you were unhealthy, you were uncomfortable, you were isolated, like we can all relate to that, but that is not the story of every fat person.
I am on a journey to like myself in my skin. And that is something I believe is obtainable through hard work and dedication. I mean, nothing else worked, you know? Loving yourself, quote unquote, made me eat KFC 3 times a day and gain a lot of weight and turn sedentary. Hating myself encouraged me to be different and encouraged me to change my life. And as a result, I've influenced thousands of kids younger than me's lives.
Fat shaming is worse than skinny shaming.
When you thin shame somebody, it is based off of aesthetic. Like, oh, you're so skinny. Yeah. I wish I could be like that. I wish I could eat whatever I want and stay skinny. There are these assumptions we have about people in fat bodies that we don't place on thin people, even if they're thin beyond health. And it really makes it so that fat people are overlooked, and it creates an environment where it's okay to perpetuate hate and even violence, you know?
Being thin won't limit you from being able to shop where you want to shop. You can walk into a clothing store, get clothes right off the rack, sometimes even have excess. You could go up or down the rack. In my experience, those are not my options.
Skin shaming isn't real. No, I mean, it does happen. I think some people are like very skinny.
Love the stream, Arjan.
It does happen. It definitely happens. It's like, it's nowhere near as prevalent as fat shaming is. But it certainly happens.
Shop online because I wear a size 15 shoe, because I'm 6'2", and I have a very broad body.
The skinny shaming, you know, there is that backhanded compliment. You know, you see that all the time. But when it comes to the fat shaming, you just see more negative out of it. And I just, you know, it's horrible to see.
But being fat is still taboo, believe it or not.
Yeah.
My partner and I'm a gay man, dating another fat black gay man, and we have gone viral on the internet a couple times. And you know what some of the comments were? Never seen two fat people together. I get pats on the back for posting a picture at the beach with no shirt on. Why am I being patted on the back for that?
Right.
Can the disagreeer step forward?
Well, when I hear fat shaming, skinny shaming, all that stuff, I just think back to like middle school, high school, you know, picking on kids. It's bullying. I believe everyone goes through body dysmorphia. One of my homegirls is a model, and she's always complaining how she doesn't like the way she looks, even though like 99% of all women would probably prefer they looked like her. She hates the way she looks, and she's like, I wish my boobs were bigger. I wish my butt was bigger. I believe, you know, that's the media, that's the entertainment industry.
How's homeboy not gonna say fat shaming is worse than skinny shaming? I don't understand. People that suffer through fat shaming downplaying skinny shaming so much. No, skinny shaming is fucking bad too. And it does happen. But I feel like because society is like tailored or catered towards looking skinnier than like the average normal build, more often than not, like
shaming is done way
it's
more
less
casually
prevalent
than fat shaming. The latter is seen as insulting while the former is deemed socially acceptable.
But it certainly does happen. Like, I know for a fact it happens.
Is they have a standard of what at the end of the day is desired, I guess, but not everyone's built like Marilyn Monroe.
You said 99% of women would probably want to look like her. That's to me, some of the language that is the problem, is that I'm assuming that she's probably of a thinner body,
Fair.
right? Because she's a model, but a lot of women don't. It's okay. Your body you are the standard. You are the model. You are the beauty. Like the fact that we think like that already is still what the problem is, and it's still why, to me, fat shaming is worse than the skinny shaming. Because like even our language, I know people just desire this really thin body. You know, it's like that's the language in the language. When I get negative comments about my relationship with my partner, I kind of like to troll back. For example, if I tweet a picture of us kissing or dancing, people will spew the homophobic slurs and stuff. So I like to then just share more pictures of us kissing and really double down into it.
Yeah, I'm not saying skinny shaming doesn't exist. It's certainly a very real type of body shaming. It does exist. I'm simply saying that, like, fat shaming is baked into every part of our fucking lives, whereas skinny shaming is like, it still happens, but it's not like how do I describe it? It's not literally fucking, you turn on the TV and like people are saying, I can't believe how fucking skinny you are. But when you're fat, you turn on the TV and like every fucking ad is literally just like, You know what I mean? Every ad, every type of like marketing literally directly is just like, fuck you. Is fat shaming bad? Yes, of course fat shaming is bad. Fat shaming is really bad. It's not productive. You're not fucking successful in like, if your ultimate goals are, if you're seeking out to like, help someone lose weight, then fat shaming does the exact opposite of that. It is really depressing. And it just like fucks you up mentally. And pushes you down a spiral of like getting less healthy.
And let them know, honey, we're here to stay. The girls are not going anywhere, and just letting them know that I'm confident in myself. I'm happy, I'm in love, and I'm living my life.
I don't think I've ever been shamed for my body. I was always moving. I was always, I stayed fit my whole life. To be a fitness influencer, you have to have that image, that skinny, fit, toned look. That's really not the case. If you have the knowledge, if you have the passion to want to help people with their fitness journey, it doesn't matter. I highly believe that.
I feel pressure to look a certain way for my followers.
Yeah, I started. I'm a fat kid losing weight, man. I got an expectation to uphold. I get people all the time, haters, that are like, oh, he's gonna quit, crash diet, blah blah blah. But then there's kids that tell me, you got me out of bed today. You're the best person on the internet. Like, I love you. If I can motivate someone, one person a day, to do something to better themselves, I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep myself going, and that means not quitting, and that means looking a certain way, always developing, always growing. And because if I quit, I'm letting down thousands of people.
I used to feel a lot of pressure, but I think with practice, you get over those pressures, you learn how to deal with it and understand that the pressure is really from yourself. It's internalized. Like,
it depends. I was fat shamed by my now ex-girlfriend. It made me lose weight, and I found it felt good with myself. No, you didn't fucking lose weight because first of all, that's survivor's bias. It's anecdotal. There are plenty of studies that disprove exactly what you're saying. But number two, like, no, you didn't fucking lose weight because your ex-girlfriend fat shamed you. You lost weight because you finally were able to consistently do the right healthy things in an effort to be able to lose weight if you are at an unhealthy weight, okay? It's ridiculous. Like, it's so sad that you're like giving credit to some fucking toxic person that you're no longer even with.
you're thinking about what others think of you, when in reality they could care less. They don't even see the little things.
That's exactly it. I think we should stop worrying about what other people think.
But it's so hard. I mean, like, I could say that every day, and
it is.
I still think about what people think. Like,
it is. We all do. We all do. But that's something that is a good challenge for all of us. You know, that's something that we need to really just try. And once we get on that road, it's not easy. We're gonna have days where we're just gonna be like, oh, he thinks, I think. But if we can get past that, even just a little bit, it's just gonna make our lives even easier. You know, just stop worrying about other people. Worry about yourself. Yeah.
I also just feel like, you know, like everybody else, this is my account and you are a guest here. You know, I have had to learn to not be that way. So, and for Nick, I understand that.
I've had multiple people I know IRL tell them fat shaming motivated them to get healthy. Not saying I agree with it, but it is what it is. Dude, you want to know why that sounds like idiotic? Okay. Here's why. Do you think a fat person doesn't know they're fucking fat, dude? Like, you think like, oh my God, I woke up this morning and realized I'm fucking fat when some dickhead told me I'm fat. Like, what do you think? Like, oh, it was a wake-up call, dude. Wow. That's so stupid, dude. Fat people are very well aware that they're fucking fat, okay? Jesus Christ. It's like it
I have
literally
recently
just
gone back
sits.
to college and am taking
It
a
weighs
public
on
issues
you
course where
every
I've been
waking
learning
fucking
about the
moment of your
core
life.
values of the political parties, and I've
Partially
been
because
curious what would some
every
good
fucking
questions be
facet
from
of
my
media tells
professor.
you that it's wrong, you're a bad person, you're fucked up, and that you're gonna die. No pun intended for the weighs on you thing, but it does. It's literally like a extra baggage that you're carrying everywhere you fucking go, from the moment that you wake up to the moment that you go back to sleep. Okay? So when someone that you thought was your friend or some shit like that turns around and like reinforces that
Can I
and
get
literally
Noah's El
fucking
Plaza?
tells you like you're fat, it's like it sucks. It's constantly on your mind. It fucks up your self-esteem. No confidence. You just can't even develop it. Every single fucking relationship that you have, you're like, I wonder what is the reason why this person is with me? Like, because I'm fat. It makes you hate yourself. It makes you hate yourself super fucking hard. And part of that is literally because of the media. Like, it's because of the attitudes. It's because of culture that we learn. You hate yourself, so you think other people must hate you too. You just can't even fucking imagine that someone would love you for you. That's what it's like when you're fucking fat, dude. So you don't have to hear that from every other person, because you're hearing it from every other person non-fucking stop. You know? I promise you, like, it's not helping. You telling people like, you know, you're fucking fat, or just like, you know, telling people that like they're you know, they're bad for being fat. You're not doing anything positive at all. You're just hurting people. You're literally hurting people further. You're making them you're making it harder for them to even get to the adequate mental space to be able to, you know, start their journey in you know, combating unhealthy behaviors that they might have. All right. The only reason why I can accurately fucking explain this to you is because my whole family's obese. I grew up obese. I'm still overweight right now because I'm the most overweight I've been since COVID. It's just like, it is what it is. Okay? I'm the only person in my family who literally lost weight and had a six-pack on his own. Like, no extra shit. I worked very hard. And if you're in here and you don't like your body, I'm telling you, you can change that. I promise. You can. And once you do, once you actually accomplish those goals that you have set for yourself, you can literally use that motivation. Obviously, you get a lot of extra confidence and stuff like that. But you can literally use that motivation to gear you towards everything else in your life, where you're like, well, I set this as an expectation for myself. I set out as this a goal that I wanted to accomplish. I was able to do that. Now I know I can literally, if I work fucking hard enough, if I'm just like a stubborn asshole and I constantly fucking repeat the same good behaviors over and over again, I'll be able to succeed in other endeavors as well. And that's what has always motivated me since then.
Oh, why?
Is your family okay with you disclosing their medical history to 50K humans? Dude, you should get me fucking banned. The HIPAA violation. Like,
Hey,
dude,
smile.
explain to me the level of parasocial behavior you're exhibiting when you're like, hey, man, I probably know better than your relationship and the disclosures that you are giving. I probably know better how your fucking mom, your dad, and your brother would feel. Like, I'm being courteous to them
Hassle.
in your chat. Like, who the fuck are you? You're an anonymous person on the internet. Like, how do you fit an idea into your mind that I'm somehow fucking harming the people closest to me? It is the most psychotic thing. Go seek help, motherfucker.
that, you know, your social media and your journey is very different.
Thanks for talking
Like,
about
I
this.
could
I've
clearly
lost
see
close to
how
90
people
pounds since
or
the
your
pandemic
following would have
started,
those
and nobody
expectations for
could
you to
have bullied
continue
me to
to
it, and
lose
I
the weight.
decided
It's like,
myself
okay, well,
to
we
make
joined
the
this guy
change
so that we
faster.
could join his journey on his weight loss. So we only want to see him doing the weight loss. Like, you better not like plateau or gain. You know, I could definitely see that.
Well, it's a sense of accountability, and it really helps me keep my shit going. Otherwise, I would have dropped out a long time ago, to be honest. And I don't do like, this is how to do a curl and things like that. I just do like how I feel. I sort of have a self-deprecating outlook on myself and how I feel, and it's sort of like a military style thing. Like, you're trash, like you will never be good, just give up type thing to myself.
I think that's interesting that you say that, because the content that I post is not just for people. It's mostly for me, and it's part of my own. It's like, it's cathartic to see myself in like sweating, like trying to do a headstand and falling, or looking glam for an event, and everything
At
between.
Hasanabi, you
So
used to
being
do a mad on
authentic
caloric
and like
deficit, right?
showing up
Don't
as
you
I
ever give
am,
in
whether
to
people like it
cravings
or
and
not, or
enough
expecting
binging?
it or not,
It was only a
is an
caloric
exercise in
deficit for me that
self-love. It helps me
lose
accept
weight.
myself. I was really shy as a kid, and also, you know, overweight or fat. I think the misconception is that I wasn't intelligent and that I was lazy. Like, that's a lot of the bullying I got, right? Yeah, I don't think I dealt with it well. It wasn't until later in life where I started to kind of reject that narrative.
Weight loss programs are toxic.
Fitness promoters are promoting these weight loss programs or these diets that aren't working for everyone. And it's kind of sad to see, because it's really affecting people and like the way they see fitness and health.
Someone died
it's
back there.
toxic.
I think, and the focus is always, or it seems to be like, just lose the weight, just lose the weight, just lose the weight, and then you'll be happy and everything will be okay and you'll feel good and you'll fit into that. But it's like, whoa, I can lose all that weight and I could still be miserable.
Personally, in my journey, one of my biggest points is I do not use a scale, because goals to me are limitations. And when you hit that goal, you get comfortable, AKA complacent. You're like, oh, I'm gonna lose 10 pounds and then I'm good. And so I don't focus on the weight, I focus on everything else. I focus on, you know, getting out of bed, that routine of going to the gym, that routine of eating healthy, that normal feeling of like a caloric deficit and things like that.
That's a good way to do it too. I'm a fitness trainer too, and I tell my clients, I'm like, the scale really doesn't tell you much. You're gonna fluctuate. It's water weight, it's a lot to it. You gotta look at yourself in the mirror. You gotta see those physical changes.
I don't even think it's the physical.
But the problem with that is like, it takes like fucking 2 months of consistency to even start seeing it. And even then it's like dependent on, you know, your body type.
Physical changes, because I'm gonna be straight up, I probably had body dysmorphia for a little bit, and I would always like,
Bro, if you're a fit influencer, you definitely have body dysmorphia, okay? Like, let's be fucking real, dude. Most of the fitness dudes they definitely have high-key body dysmorphia. At least, like, this is anecdotal, but like a lot of the fitness dudes do. Worse than fitting this ad break at the top of the hour, you know what I'm saying? Fuck. Oh my God. Right. Because at the top of the hour, there's a fucking 6-second ad break. If you'd like to no longer see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $5 or $4 because it's September, sorry, or for free. With a Twitch Prime, you can use a ad block or a VPN. By the way, I started Noom after you mentioned they reached out to you. Shit sucks. Wait, really? I've never even used it. I don't know what it does. But Twitch Prime is free if you have an Amazon Prime account. Here's the one I have right now.
check myself in the mirror. You know, like after eating, I would check myself because I wanted to keep a six-pack because the fitness industry.
Oh my God, this dude is unaware that he was not all right, dude.
Told me that I needed a six-pack. You hear fitness influencer and like the first thing you think is like weight loss program, selling a course. And I purposely wore this shirt this morning just to see like if there would be any extra bias. One thing I noticed about fitness, being in this space for so long, is that just because you're into fitness doesn't mean you're into health. I told everyone that I dealt with body dysmorphia, and I think in terms of dealing with it, it's just learning that my value is not completely tied to my appearance. There's so many other things that I can see value in myself now. I really do enjoy the autonomy I have over my own health and my own wellness.
I have suffered from eating disorders.
I didn't realize it until a couple years after, but I was tracking like every food. I did track calories, macros. Man, I had my scale and I would bring it like to the college's dining hall. I would like weigh everything. And it would get to the point where I would either eat before going out, like if I knew my friends were gonna go out to eat, I would eat at home so I could measure all the food out, put it into MyFitnessPal, and then go out and not eat with them. Or I would probably just not go out at all.
Food and fitness really took over my life for a few years. I was super obsessed with just, getting that goal weight or looking good and everything like that. And I found myself just super depressed. And I, didn't eat the foods I wanted to eat.
Do you like goat milk smile?
Everybody fucking chill, okay? Weighing your food is not the end of the world, okay?
I overexercised and I wasn't myself. It was just a horrible.
Plus, I don't fast anymore. I don't do intermittent fasting. Usually I break my fast in the morning with a protein shake now. And I also usually eat like earlier. Who texted you? Austin, you fucking parasocial freaks. Austin is texting me because I'm supposed to be linking up with him, but now he can't come and pick me up, so I have to figure out how to get there by myself. Okay? Jesus fucking Christ. I look down at my phone, it's like, who texted you? Like, wait, sometimes you don't need to know everything, man. You know what I mean? Like, do you really always need to know? God damn, bro. God damn. Fuck. Tell me, what did you reply? What did he say? What are you guys doing? Let me know. I need to know. There he is. He's in the fucking chat too. Telling me to end it now and call the Uber. Christ. Oh my God.
Pogo Arjan?
People form parasocial relationships because they're lonely. I'm sure you know this, but they're dangerous on both ends, as I bet you know. Yeah, I know. You put something in your hair to make it stay like that? No. Ay, it's so fucking annoying. Okay.
Pog.
Oh my God. Okay. All right, here. Let's keep going. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna go put on fucking clothes.
I had to get that help. Mentally, I wasn't there. So these things are real. Like, this stuff happens and people don't reach out enough.
The last time I had really restricted my eating, I needed to lose like almost 30 pounds in like 11 days. And I did that. and I stepped on the wrestling mat and I had absolutely no strength. I had no energy, no strength. I got whooped. I got tossed up and down the mat. And then after that, I told myself that I would never do it again. But of course, out of bad habits, I just picked up another bad habit and then began to enjoy binge eating. And then it was like, okay, well, now I'm not restricting anything and now everything goes.
And how are you now?
Now I'm much better. Therapy, medication, every day practicing, doing the right kinds of things. I'm much better now.
I suffered from an eating disorder. I had childhood trauma, and it took me until my adulthood to realize I was pacifying with food, and that's something that was taught to me. And then on the other end of that, with extreme dieting, like I did the HCG protocol, where you eat 500 calories a day and give yourself an injection for months on end. And so I have done the full spectrum.
The 500 calorie diet, was that something with like a medical professional that they recommended?
Yeah.
I mean, how was that? Like,
It was traumatic. It drove me into a spiral. Like, I can relate to what you're saying about like bringing your scale and eating before you went out with your friends, because that was me. It's really, it's taken so much time for me to get to a point to even know what I like to eat. And it took me until like 25, 30 to even realize, okay, I don't actually like eating that. I actually don't like this. I like this. And it's been really healing to like reclaim my relationship with food and to say like, okay, this is what I like and this is what makes me feel really good.
As a fitness influencer, what are some things I can do that helps out the other side, which would be fat influencers? What are like certain things that you guys promote that you could see me promoting?
Really want people to stop looking at fat people and all of a sudden becoming medical professionals and telling me about high blood pressure and diabetes, because again, you're not a medical professional, right? Like let's let the fat people do the mukbangs too, Like if you want to do one, that is so cool. But if a fat person wants to do one, let us just do it in peace. That would be my takeaway. Because you never know what we're doing behind the scenes. You don't know how many therapists, how many doctors, dietitians, you have no idea how many things that we've had.
I want to know a little bit more about the beauty standard on, we're in 2021 and it's not like back in the day now. Are we making the right direction? Is that good?
I think it's reactive. It's good. Visibility is important. I've talked about this before earlier. I think that we all deserve to be represented, no matter what we look like, no matter what the status of our health. We should all see ourselves in the world. So I think, there is progress being made. There are brands that are making sizes that more people can wear. We are seeing body diversity on magazines and things like that. But it's very reactive and it's very tied into commerce and marketing. Yeah. So is it real? I don't know. But it's part of our culture and it's slowly shifting for whatever reason, like regardless. It will eventually have an impact on society as a whole. So yes and no.
Is it going to promote people to think it's okay to be overweight?
Here's the thing. People have been fat since people have existed.
Yeah.
I don't think that showing us as we are is going to have a negative impact. We are here. We have always been here. You can go to the Louvre and see sculptures of fat people. Fat people have always been around.
Being a fitness influencer, it's good to see that perspective from everyone too. We all have our differences, but as long as we stay on the path that we want to stay on, healthy, mentally, physically, emotionally, we're going to be okay. And it's okay to get help. It always is okay to get help.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here.